When I was younger, I used to think that self-indulgence was the key to happiness. That, extravagant vacations with luxurious hotel rooms and fancy restaurants and stuff were the missing ingredients to my life. I actually thought that way as late as my mid-20s. I went out and took a vacation and got the fancy hotel room because I thought it was going to help me overcome the stresses of work, and I did all those fun activities. But then when I found that it really didn't do much for me, that's when I first started to realize that self-indulgence really isn't the key to happiness for at least two reasons. First of all, a large part of the reason I thought that way was not because I was right, but rather because I just hadn't gotten it all out of my system yet. Because like most people, when I was younger, most of my life was being dictated to me by my parents and schoolwork and the fact that I didn't have a job, so I didn't have a whole lot of free will. And when you want something but you can't control whether you get it or not, then that just increases your desire even more. So on those rare occasions when we did get to indulge and go on vacations and fancy restaurants and stuff, it felt so much more special. And at the same time, because I was inexperienced, I was confusing the novelty of those experiences with the experiences themselves. So in other words, it wasn't the experience that was bringing me enjoyment. It was rather just the fact that I finally got a chance to indulge, and the whole thing was like this new adventure for me. And second of all, self-indulgence doesn't work because once you do get that free will and you get a chance to experience all you want as much as you want, then you start to realize that all it really is at its core is just a self-contained temporary spike of emotions. And it feels good for a few seconds, and then you just go back to being normal again. So a few years ago when I went on that vacation, I was like, all right, I'm here, nice hotel room, I get to go out and do a bunch of stuff, but I had two lingering questions on my mind. Number one, was it worth it in terms of all different senses, the money, the vacation hours, and just the time? Could I have spent this time doing something better and making some more progress with my life and improving myself rather than just trying to spike my emotions temporarily? And number two, what's really the point? Why am I here? What does it matter? What does it mean? And the answer really is nothing. It doesn't mean anything because, like I said, it's just temporary and self-contained. So the takeaway is focus less on the indulgences that you experience by yourself and more on those indulgences that you can share with other people and what you're going to leave behind when you're gone. What's going to be permanent rather than just temporary. So that means establish relationships with people and do stuff with them. So whether that's going on vacations or going to the movies or out to dinner or whatever, because that's when you know that your experiences are actually going to mean something and impact more people than just yourself. And I can say from experience that that brings me much more fulfillment at the end of the day than anything else. So I know that the memories of the experiences and the life that I've led aren't just going to die with me when I'm gone. So if this was insightful for you, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.